Hey guys, I'm doing a quick review on the MJX F45 RC helicopter. If you may have seen some of my videos that I've put on here, I've had some requests on what modifications I actually did to mine. So I'm going to run over them real quick and I'll show you what I've actually done. As far as the floats, I used to run the full-size pool noodles, but I ended up shaving these down with a razor blade, and of course you got to plug the holes. But just it made up for a lot less weight, and it kind of looks cooler. They're mounted with carbon fiber rod. You can get that stuff right there. It's $8, and you get 40 inches of it at any hobby store, any place that sells RC stuff. They'll have it. And I used to run mine closer. Let me get where you can see. I used to run mine about right here and here. And what I noticed was on certain water landings and stuff, when I'd come in and land, man, if you wasn't flat, if you landed just at an angle either way, it's potentially flip. And I actually have flipped this thing over in the water. And if that ever happens to you, immediately cut your transmitter off, get your helicopter, pull the battery out, and get your hair dryer and just dry it out real good, and you'll be good to go. But if you don't, if you try to shoot a signal to it, you're going to fry the ESC in it. So it's just a little footnote there. If it does happen to you, that's what you got to do, and you'll be all right. You won't fry it. I'm actually running. I bought it from AliExpress. It's like $40, and I'm running a brushless motor, and that's the ESC that comes with it, and it mounts to your original ESC. It's kind of weird how they do it, but it's easy to install, and it makes a significant difference in the power. One of the key tickets to running with floats on this particular helicopter is I'm using super blades, but you can still do it with the factory blades without the brushless motor. But the super blades, which these are designed for the E-Sky honeycomb or honeybee, excuse me, the honeybee. If you look, they're about a ½ inch shorter than the factory blades, but they're wider. They don't taper off quite as much. But the key to the ticket is they have more pitch. And these are designed for lift, and these are the EZ. If you go to the website, you'll see what I'm talking about. These are the EZ blades, and they're like $12, and they're very well worth it. You will have to drill this hole out just a tad bit bigger, so they'll mount, but it's easy to do, and it's not a big issue, and you shouldn't have any problems with that whatsoever. You have to forgive the color scheme, but I wrapped it in vinyl, and this particular one is committed to water landings and takeoffs and whatsoever, and I can see it better, and it's kind of cool. I added this little float back here just because of a lot of times coming in, I'll nose up when I come in, and I try to, if you can't really show you what I'm trying to do, but I think you get the idea what I'm trying to say. I'll nose up just to keep it from flipping forward, but I've never had it flip forward. I've just had it flip over to the side when the floats were narrower. All in all, I've had double horses, and the MJX by far to me is one of the bang for the buck is one of the best helis you can get. Under $100, man, you got you a pretty cool helicopter, and they're tough. I haven't broke anything. I have gone through 2 different tail motors. One was due to a crash, and it actually broke the gear in there, but you can get them on eBay or like $8, and that's the whole tail assembly and everything with everything for $8. So it's pretty cheap. And if you want to get brave, you can try to run some of these GWS floats, but you will have to have a brushless setup, and it's some more modifications with you have to repitch your factory blades or use the super skid blades, but you still got to repitch them, and that's a whole another process I'm not going to talk about on here, but you can do it. But anyways, here it is. It's an awesome heli, and if you're thinking about buying one versus anything else, I highly suggest you pick the MJX versus anything else. It's a great transition if you're going to go to 6 channels. And if you got any questions, man, shoot me a mail or something. Make a comment on it. Enjoy.